Hello everyone. So I got a new camera. So we have a lot to cover in this episode. Today I'm going to introduce you to every member of my family. Also, I received a viewer's request to compare my ancestry results to my dad's ancestry results. So I will show you that. So I am trying to hide out in my room again, and this is why. The kids, they're on spring break, and I can hear them downstairs. They're making a lot of noise. She's down there playing music. I can hear her feet stomping. And then our other daughter, our big mouth daughter, I can hear her down there just yelling, trying to be bossy. All right, thankfully Vlad said the girls can come visit the basement. That's where he works. Normally I won't send the girls down there because I respect the fact that he's trying to get his work done. However, today I really need to get my filming done and hopefully they won't disturb him. If you've been following us, you know that I nicknamed him Vlad based upon his Ancestry DNA results. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. So here on out, I like that nickname. Occasionally, I might even call him Putin. Occasionally, I might even call him Putin. Occasionally, I might call him Putin. Y'all really tried to drag me for mispronouncing Vladimir. But hey, it was all done in fun, right? Husband says my accent can be a little different sometimes. I've lived in a bunch of different areas. He blames my accent on my partial Missouri upbringing. But my Missouri people don't take offense to that because he, like I said before, he's from Georgia and we already know what type of accent he has. So I nicknamed my husband Vlad. And I like it, y'all. He's getting used to it. So here's the thing. From here on out, I'm going to call him Vlad in our videos. I think he should have a nickname for me. What do you guys think? Do you have any suggestions? Normally what we call each other when we're not mad at each other is babe. Hey babe, can you do this for me? Hey babe. Or especially if I want something from him, I'll say, hey babe. Because it's only fair, right? If I'm gonna give him a nickname, he should be able to have a nickname for me. And it's just fun, y'all. You gotta have a little fun sometimes. You don't have to take everything so seriously. Most of the people who've been commenting, I love y'all. You're funny, you're supportive, you're loving, you have shown so much love to my family. There are a few people out there who don't seem to have much of a sense of humor. We're gonna pray for y'all. Thank you for sharing about your family members and your experiences as well. I love reading those comments, so please keep them coming. Speaking of comments though, we've also had some trolls. And you know what? The majority of the time we're laughing at those comments. And if they're disrespectful, guess what? There's this thing called delete. I talk about it in a video where I talk about how to protect your peace. You should check it out. Speaking of comments, hey, let's address some of them. Someone called me annoying and said I needed to calm down. Well, here's my response to that. Happy people are excited people. Happy people have a lot to be excited about. So, well, unnamed viewer, it's pretty exciting to be happy. You should try it sometimes. Happy, happy, happy dance. Happy, 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 happy dance. Now, since you saw my happy dance, let me address another comment. So another viewer called us racist because she said Black people aren't the only ones who can dance. I guess her whole comment was based upon the fact that I said, well, that's why he can't dance. Well, guess what? this is what she doesn't know. Actually, we were making fun of ourselves because neither one of us can dance, and we're both black. Because we are two black people here that can neither dance nor sing. Although I can dance and sing a little bit better than my husband, I still stick to that. Another person suggested that we show favoritism to our red-headed child and don't give enough attention to our other child. You know what? I think you're right. Maybe she doesn't get enough attention. So here's a perfect way to help with that. I think everyone should go over and order her books that we help put out there. Order her books, order her merchandise. Go to the website www.payton, that's Payton, thebigsister.com. I'll put it on the screen, and make sure you're ordering her books, her merchandise. And if you prefer, you can also go to Amazon. I'll have those links as well in the description and on the screen, and you can order the 2 books that she has out. Make sure she gets plenty of attention, okay? Okay, we love y'all. Seriously, we love you. If you want to support her, we would very much appreciate it. And also go over to their YouTube channel that just happens to be named after our oldest daughter, Payton the Big Sister, and support that as well, because there are a lot of great things coming out on that channel, including all the fun activities, adventures, and various things they're going to do, as well as their own cartoon series. And of course, more books are coming out. But seriously though, I really think that's the best way to help that little neglected child out. So we appreciate if you would go do that. One of the funniest comments I read was about my husband. Seriously, that one had me busting out laughing. If you don't already know, my husband and I like to joke around with each other all the time. So he plays with me, I play with him, and we're always trying to one-up each other on who is the funniest. He claims he is, the kids claim he is, but hey, we all know that's not true. We don't take jokes about ourselves seriously. Life is way too short. We gotta have fun in this life, right? And if you can't have fun with the people you love and live with, who can you have fun with? If you would like to hear more information about what I think about negativity and how to keep negative people out of your circle, go check out the video that pops up on the screen. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and do that, because you don't want to miss our journey. We have so much to share with you. And guess what, guys? We are close to 1,000 subscribers. I can't wait to celebrate that milestone with you. If you saw our original Ancestry DNA video, then you know that we are in search of Vlad's grandfather. We are wanting to find out more information about where Vlad inherited his Eastern European ancestry. So I'm excited because I have been talking with one of Vlad's cousins, his first cousin, who also has been searching for that same information. I'm going to bring her on an episode very soon, and we're going to talk about the Eastern European ancestry, the family background, and we will provide updates on where we are with that as well. She is hilarious. She's very funny and an easy-going, down-to-earth person, so I'm very excited about having her on to talk about that mystery that we're trying to uncover and find more information about. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Keep watching through the entire video, because I'm also going to provide an update of my ancestry compared to my dad's ancestry, and I'm going to show you where we have similarities and where we have some differences, and we'll have that conversation. So make sure you keep watching all the way through to the end. We are actually starting a series, and we're so excited about that. And that's because For every country that we showed you, all of the countries where we inherited our ancestry from, we're going to have episodes on learning more about those countries, more about the culture. We may have food in that episode, clothing, and eventually one day, when it's safe to do so, we may even have a video where we're traveling to those countries. So you definitely want to make sure you stay tuned in for our Ancestry series. Now, before I get to my dad's results compared to my Ancestry results, let's talk about those name meanings, and I will introduce you to every family member. Do you believe names help to determine who a person is? Leave a comment and let us know. Let us know, how did you get your names? I read the comments and I enjoy the stories. So drop those comments and let me know what your name is, what it means, and how you got your name. My full first name is Trish. No, it's not short for anything. It's just Trish. Hey, my mother just wanted to do that. Actually, she told me that back when I was born, there was a person named Trish on one of her favorite soap opera shows. I believe it was The Young and the Restless. I don't remember exactly. I will have to check with her on that. But she told me that she really liked the name and she decided to go with that name. Now, my name still is, it comes from the name Patricia, and Patricia means noble. So that's the meaning of my first name. And if you missed the girls' video, we talk about that as well as how Peyton's name fits in with my name. We talk about that in that video. So go check that one out. My middle name, Nicole, means victory of the people. And I can tell you that I personally do feel like I have faced trials, but I have come out victorious. So that is a very fitting middle name. So Vlad's real name is Devin, and his name means defender and also poet. So let me tell you this story about Vlad, right? And we'll go into it more when we do the video about how we met. You definitely want to stay tuned for that story because it is hilarious. When I met Devin, I did not even know that he wrote poetry. The funny thing is, after we started dating, I happened to come across a journal, and because, you know, I was a little bit nosy, I did go through it and I saw that he wrote some poems about me. Y'all, don't tell him I told you that, okay? And the funny thing is, I write poetry too, and I really enjoy it. I write it all the time. Vlad doesn't write it anymore. He said there's no reason for him because he now has the woman, right? But anyway, he writes beautifully, and it's just so funny. I wish he would tap more into his writing skills, but he hasn't written anything since. But I really enjoy his writing. As you may already know, we are a blended family. When Vlad and I met, he had 2 children and I had 2 children, and then we went on to have 2 more children together. So Darian is my biological son. I didn't fully understand what his name meant, but his name is very fitting for what God wanted to do in my life. His name, Darian, spelled D-A-R-I-O-N, actually means gift. And his middle name, Dejan, means gift from God. And that is exactly who he is and has been in my life. He is such a good young man, and he's always looking out for his sisters, his mother, his family. So it's a very fitting name for him. Choosing the right names for my children has always been something very important to me, because I really believe that names help to define who you are and who you will be. And that's why I really spent a lot of time on what their names should be. The full meaning of all of her names is to show a bright sign or to show a sign of brightness. And she has definitely lived up to that name as well. Even from the time she was a young child, she started singing and performing when she was just 5 years old. And also she was always extremely smart in school. And another thing is she also learned how to do things early, from tying shoes to walking and talking. She just did everything early. She was so mature for her age. Our next child is Sydney. Sydney is Vlad's biological daughter, and her name means wide meadow, or it also comes from the Catholic Saint Denis. The running joke about Sydney is everybody loves Sydney. She's the Beyonce of the house. And the reason why I say that is because everyone is always so excited when she comes. We actually have joint custody with her bio mother. So when she comes, the girls are always excited to see her. I'm always excited. Of course, Devin's excited to see her. And that's why we say that's the Beyonce of the family, because no one gets the type of reception like Sydney does when she walks in the door. Next in line is our daughter together. So after we got married, we had Peyton, and she is our second youngest. Peyton's name means the same as mine, which is noble, because it comes from the name Patrick, which just happens to be Irish, by the way. And the funny thing is, you learned from our Ancestry DNA results that I have Irish ancestry, and so does Devin. He has a smaller percentage though. And the funny thing also is that Peyton's name also means from a place in Devon. So we talk about that more in the last video that the girls did, so go check that out if you haven't seen it. And speaking of from a place in Devon, when I tell you that Peyton acts the most like her father, they both think they're funny. They're constantly trying to crack jokes on someone. She always has a one-liner ready for you. And also she's pretty. She's our loudest child. Even though she tries to be shy like I was when I was a kid, she is the loudest at home. So Peyton is loud, she's aggressive, she knows exactly what she wants. I think she gets a lot of that from me, but at the same time, she thinks she's funny and all of that, just like her dad. Our youngest baby girl is Karis, and her name means loved. And let me tell you, she is loved so much by so many people, and it's not just because she has red hair, it's just because she is the sweetest little girl. She will share with you, she's kind, she's very smart. Now she does have a temper. She can get a little angry sometimes, but you really have to work her up for that. But anyway, she's the sweetest girl. She always is meeting friends, and she's really outgoing, and she loves to smile and laugh. That's our baby girl, Karis.
So, as promised, here are my dad's Ancestry DNA results compared to my results. I'm not showing his full name for privacy reasons, but I am showing the percentages we inherited from each area. My percentages are shown on the left. My dad's percentages are shown on the right. And you'll see there that the first country or the first area we have in common is Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples. I show 26%. He has 23%. This would indicate to me that my mom will also show a percentage from that area. She has not taken the test yet, but since I know I inherited my DNA from both of my parents, and I have a higher percentage than my dad from this particular area, that would indicate that my mom also descended from that area. The next country is Nigeria. I have 18% Nigerian ancestry, and my dad shows 23%. The next country, Mali, we have similar percentages. I show 18% and my dad shows 17%. Then we drop down to Scotland. I have 12% Scottish ancestry and my dad has 18% Scottish ancestry. The next one is surprising a little bit, but not really. I mean, I know that my mom would have some Irish ancestry based upon the history I know about her. I show 10% Irish ancestry. My dad only shows 4%. This indicates to me that my mom should have a higher Irish ancestry or higher DNA percentage from Ireland than I do. So I'm very interested in seeing her results, and hopefully she will take the test soon. The next country, Benin and Togo, I show 9% and my dad shows 6%. The next country, area, Ivory Coast and Ghana, I have 2%, my dad has 6%. And England and Northwestern Europe, I have 1%. My dad shows 2%, and that to me seems pretty consistent with a father-daughter relationship. Next is France, and we both show the same percentage. Then the last three countries here, it shows I have a percentage of DNA from these areas, but my dad does not, which would indicate to me that my mom should also show a percentage from these areas. I have 1% Spanish ancestry, 1% ancestry or DNA from Senegal, and 1% Northern African ancestry. So if we add all of this up, it comes out to be 75% African and 25% European for both my dad and also for me as well.
Thank you so much for watching. If you would like more videos on inspiration, self-help, and family content, don't forget to subscribe and continue to follow our story. We just love you all and appreciate you so very much. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.